point of it is he always said you had to believe that the dog wrote the song. Anyhow, this is a true story about this dog. As I was telling you earlier on the night there, this brilliant dog that I had, and my brother said to me, he says, when that bitch has pups again, he says, I want one. So she had the pups, and whenever they were ready for going, I said to him, come down, I'll take your pick of them pups because they're going in the paper next week, you see. So he come down, and that's the dog he picked, you see. And there was this man, and he lived across the valley from him in Mullaghbawn, and he had a lovely Labrador that would be worth hundreds of pounds, you see. And like, the pups would be very valuable, you see. But of course, Ned had other ideas, you see, and he went, you see, this is the dog, and he went over, you see, and this man, on 3 occasions, Ned left him with pups that was useless, you know, you see. So, the third thing he says, that's enough of that. So, we'll try the song now. And as I say, there's 14 verses, it's not easy remembering it all, but I'll do my best then, yeah. I was born a collie sheepdog with a white ring round my neck, and for 9 days my eyes were closed and I couldn't see a speck. I had 4 lovely sisters, me being the only boy, and for 6 weeks we played around our mother's pride and joy, till a gentleman from Mullaghbawn to me a liking took. He held me in his arms and my master's hand he shook. He put me in the motor car and we started for the road, and in less than 20 minutes I was in my new abode. Well, the first thing my new family done were look for me a name. They called me this and they called me that, and they sounded all the same, till my master came around the house, and this to me he said, consider now yourself a dog, henceforth your name is Ned. Well, the one great distinction was I had a bunty tail, and I wagged it for my master as we walked o'er hill and dale. I rounded sheep and cattle and sometimes the nanny goat, and I used to hear my master shout he would cut me flaming throat. Well, the months went by and I grew up and I learned to do my chores. I barked at postman and policeman and likewise the man next door. They loved to see me walking, sure they said I was a treat, and before I got into the car I always washed me feet. Well now, sometimes dogs get lonesome and I long to have a pal, and I met a lovely Labrador and she said her name was Sal. She said that she was lonesome too, but she had a pedigree. I said that ain't a problem, Sal, you just leave that to me. When our master he did hear the news and found out with her I slept, we didn't use protection, so out across the fence we leapt. Seen your bunty tail black so and so from be out in Conway Park. I stop your gallivanting round my house after dark. With his gun up to his shoulder, a cheerful aim he took, and the noise that came out of it should the valley round us shook. I found my head a burning from those little balls of lead, and some woman said he shot that dog belongs to Michael Ned. When my master he did hear the shots, and it happened just by luck, and he stepped up to the gunman and he says, you nearly knock, and he let him have the 1, 2, 3 up in the old fizzog, saying that's the medicine I dish out till any man would shoot me dog. Well, he brought me to my kennel, and sure on the straw I lie, and I hear the neighbours asking, will poor Ned live or die? I'm getting great attention, sure my body's full of lead, and for the first time in my life I get breakfast here in bed. Well, my master's all forlorn as he sits and strokes my head, and he's searching round my body for those little balls of lead. He's using awful language as he sits here on the log, and these are some of the things he says about the man that shot the dog. May scabs like crabs grow up in flabs on everything he feels, and green snotters flow down from his nose, and hacks come on his heels. May his woman pout, may his hair fall out, may his fart smell like a hog. But the devil's luck beyond that near knock, the man that shot the dog. Well, may piles surround his big backside like strawberries on the stalk, and every time that he lifts his gun, that his stomach it will balk. And as he goes a-hunting over heather, hill and bog, may the diarrhea escape with all its might from the man that shot the dog. Well, to conclude and finish, I am on all fours once more, and I feel that urge coming over me that did one day before. I creep out some dark evening in the mist or thick fog, and leave another half a dozen pups with the man that shot the dog.